Hi everyone, my name is Alexander Watts-Barnett and I would love to be an English teacher in South Korea. First things first, I currently reside in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where I've recently graduated from the University of Toronto with an honors BA as a specialist in East Asian studies, meaning that for the last 5 years I have studied the history, culture, and language of Korea, China, and Japan. My specialty, of course, was the Korean Peninsula, so of course I have a wealth of academic knowledge on that particular space, but I've also spent a lot of time there. In 2008 I traveled there and just kind of traveled around and saw the country for 2 months. In 2011 I returned and did much of the same thing, and in 2012 to 2013 I studied at Yonsei University for my third year of academic studies. So I've spent a lot of time in Korea, and I've lived in both rural and urban settings, and I found them to be quite comfortable. So in many respects, South Korea is sort of like my home away from home. And aside from that, I've also been a tutor of ESL for almost 10 years. I've taught primarily Korean students, as I've worked very closely with Yuhagwon agencies in Toronto, and also as a volunteer tutor in South Korea itself. I've taught everything from general sort of ESL, grammar, writing, speaking, all that sort of stuff, to more specific things like TOEIC speaking, TOEFL, the Cambridge FCE, and sort of essay writing and things like that. So I've sort of run the gamut in terms of content, which I think is very useful for me. So there's that. And then I'm also a people person, so I get along great with most people I meet. I haven't had too many problems making friends and getting along with coworkers and things like that. So there's no problem there. 역시 한국말을 좀 할 수 있습니다. 왜냐하면 토론토 대학교에서 3학년 동안 한국어를 공부했습니다. I understand, of course, that using Korean in my class, in my English classroom, might not be preferable, but I feel that my knowledge of the Korean language would probably help a lot, just in terms of being an effective teacher for Korean students. They're trying to learn my language. I've tried to learn their language. So I feel like there could be an increased understanding there. And of course, I know how their grammar works and stuff like that. So I feel like that would really help me in situations where I might have to explain a certain grammar point or some sort of mode of speech or something like that. So for your consideration, I have a lot of teaching experience, almost 10 years. I've lived in Korea for a long time, so about 1.5 years in total, so that's not a big problem. And I'm a people person, and I can also speak Korean and read and write in Korean to an intermediate degree. So, I feel like all these things could contribute to me being a great teacher in South Korea. And if you think this sounds good to you, please do not hesitate to attempt to get in touch with me either directly or through my various recruiters. And I would love to hear from you. So let's make this happen. Have a good day, and thanks for your consideration.